In the following short video, I would like to briefly present, or rather propose as a question, my concept of hierarchically built world model inspired by biological parallels and equipped with an allocentric spatial representation. Observing the sudden advancements of robotics, which only a few years ago felt like sci-fi writer's dream, I was led to look for answers in the most primal physical intelligence, the development of my own kids, steering my interest towards the intersections of modern neuroscience, early visuomotor development, and computer modeling. The currently most accessible VLM systems I have encountered as an outsider are largely built on monolithic language models. In my view, however, language is a lossily compressed representation. It abstracts and flattens the complex structure of space along the dimension of time, making it highly difficult to reconstruct precise, continuous 3D physical data from it alone. Thus, the logic of language is perhaps not entirely parallel to the laws of the physical world. Based on my studies so far, traditional VLA systems place the primary focus on a massive language-based backbone model, augmented by fine-tuning or expert heads. In contrast, it seems to me that the biological brain is built the exact opposite way. It first passes the complex, noisy reality through a multi-layered pre-filtering system, transforms egocentric experiences into an allocentric space, and then builds up these filtered, segmented blocks of reality, understanding step by step, following the pre-programmed curriculum of child development, freezing the early stages as fixed building blocks for subsequent learning. Based on this, I have defined the three main pillars of my concept. The first pillar is the structured deconstruction of incoming data. Complex linguistic instructions are decomposed into simple subject, verb, object triplets using a small language model. These triplets serves as a bridge to vision. A visual module generates heat map masks from it. Instead of fooling the incoming information, we strictly separate it into object, body, and background aggregates, as well as the dorsal and ventral properties. The second pillar provides a spatial stability. Using a transformation calculated from the robot's odometry, we rotate the egocentric coordinates of spatial entities into an absolute allocentric space, with the help of a module representing the function of biological grid cells. We bind these entity features to the nodes of a fixed global virtual grid. This way, object permanence is maintained even when the robot turns. The third pillar is the cognitive cascade world model. In contrast to monolithic systems, this is a bottom-up hierarchical architecture. It consists of small specialized blocks where higher levels have access to the data of lower levels via skip connections, but filter only that they need through a flexible bottleneck. During training, the weight matrices of earlier levels are strictly frozen to prevent catastrophic forgetting. We should train the model according to a strictly staged development curriculum, from the simplest spatial axioms, perhaps all the way to linguistic fine-tuning. At the output, the motor head generates smooth motion sequences using flow matching algorithms, while a semantic mirror module provides textual feedback to the language layer. It is important to emphasize that this is a concept draft and an ongoing experimental platform under testing, no finished palatable. I have documented the first draft of the logical foundations of this theory in the concept draft published on Zenodo. I'm very eager to hear your feedback, thoughts, and suggestions for collaborative discussion. Thank you for your attention.